A surge of motion cuts through the sky, too fast for the human eye to track. Before you even blink, the prey is gone, snatched by a predator whose vision seems almost supernatural. And that's the hook. Birds of prey don't just see well, they see the world in a way we can barely comprehend. If you've ever wondered what creature sees the world with the most impossible clarity, this story is about to pull you right into their skies. Imagine trying to spot a mouse from 2 miles away. Not with binoculars, not from a mountaintop, but while flying at highway speeds, buffeted by wind, sunlight, shadows, motion and chaos, yet still zeroing in on one tiny heartbeat. That's the evolutionary superpower these raptors developed, because for them, vision isn't a bonus, it's survival. It's how they became the world's most efficient aerial hunters. And at the top of this visual pyramid sits the golden eagle, a creature whose eyesight is roughly 8 times sharper than ours. Picture this. It can identify a rabbit from a mile away, distinguish movement instantly, and adjust focus mid-dive like a living, breathing camera gimbal. But the real jaw-dropper? It uses 2 areas of ultra-dense photoreceptors, like having 2 HD focus zones, letting it keep one eye on the prey while the other scans the horizon for threats. For a creature that rules the mountains, seeing everything is the real throne. Then there's the bald eagle, the national symbol that can detect fish beneath rippling water while soaring hundreds of feet in the air. Human eyes would see nothing but reflections. A bald eagle sees lunch. Its secret weapon is the ability to shift between long-distance vision and underwater tracking, almost like changing lenses without slowing down. That tiny silver flash of a fish near the surface, it might as well be glowing. If vision had a bullet time mode, the Peregrine Falcon would be the one using it. Most people know it as the fastest animal on Earth, but fewer realize it can only hit those speeds because its vision keeps pace. When diving at over 200 miles per hour, it's processing details at a far higher frame rate than humans do. Meaning a pigeon's wing beat unfolds in slow motion to the falcon, giving it the precision to strike at terminal velocity without missing. We would see a blur. The falcon sees every feather. You might think the red-tailed hawk is just a common roadside raptor, but its eyesight is anything but ordinary. It can spot a vole blending into brown grass, even when everything in that field looks identical to us. Its retina packs in more color receptors, including the ability to see ultraviolet light, which means it can literally follow the glowing urine trails rodents leave behind. For the hawk, the world is filled with neon arrows pointing directly to dinner. The harpy eagle takes a different approach. Living in dense forests where visibility is limited, it evolved depth perception powerful enough to thread through mazes of branches at high speeds. Imagine, just for a moment, sprinting through a crowded warehouse without bumping into anything. The harpy does that mid-air, diving through foliage with such accuracy that monkeys barely know it's coming until its talons close around them. High in the open tundra, the snowy owl reigns as the master of low-light vision. Human eyesight fades with dusk. Theirs sharpens. They can detect a moving mouse under a blanket of snow by reading the slightest vibration or shadow shift. The Arctic winter is long and dark, but for the snowy owl, darkness is simply a different kind of daylight. Meanwhile, the osprey took a completely different evolutionary gamble. Rather than becoming an expert at spotting prey across fields or forests, it became the Supreme Fisherman. Its eyes have built-in polarization filters that slice through water glare the same way high-end sunglasses do. When the rest of us see nothing but sparkles across a lake, the osprey sees shapes, movement and depth, and then dives feet first with surgical accuracy. In Africa, the martial eagle dominates the savanna with vision so sharp it can spot prey the size of a jackrabbit from nearly 2 miles away. Gazelles, mammals, birds, it sees them all from staggering distances. But what's even more impressive is its ability to track fast-moving animals across open plains, compensating instantly for heat shimmer that distorts long-distance views for almost every other creature, including us. Then there's the Eurasian eagle owl, a nocturnal giant equipped with enormous forward-facing eyes that grant it binocular vision far beyond what most owls possess. It can pick out movement in near pitch-black conditions and judge distances with incredible precision. If you dropped it into a moonlit forest where most animals rely on sound alone, it would see almost as clearly as if daylight were shining. Rounding out the list is the kestrel, a small but astonishing raptor that uses its UV vision to track the trails of tiny mammals. It can hover in place mid-air, beating the wind, beating gravity, while locking onto prey that doesn't even know it's being watched. Its size might make it seem unimpressive, but with its ability to read subtle light patterns invisible to us, the kestrel hunts with a level of insight that borders on supernatural. And here's the twist. Every one of these birds sees the world in a way we are biologically incapable of experiencing. Where we see muted colors, they see ultraviolet. Where we see blur, they see crisp detail. Where we see chaos, they see patterns, movement, contrast, shimmer, heat, depth, and distance, all layered together to form a visual language we can't fully comprehend. But their gift didn't come from magic. It came from millions of years of pressure, survival, and adaptation. The sharper a raptor saw, the better it hunted. The better it hunted, the more likely it survived. And the more it survived, the more extraordinary its descendants became. That's the wild thing about birds of prey. Every dive, every swoop, every hunt is a story written through vision sharper than any camera lens, any telescope, any technology we've created. Their world is not just faster, it's clearer, more vibrant, more layered than ours will ever be. And maybe that's the real marvel. Not just that these 10 species have the best vision in the animal kingdom, but that for them, sight isn't a sense, it's a superpower.